It's close.
Commonwealth because.
Thank you. Commonwealth. Come on. Off the hunt.
I wasn't that on the keys.
Again, you can't say Commonwealth because that's a common term, so it'd have to be Commonwealth. What's that?
I wasn't that one of the keys.
I have it here.
Oh.
All right, we go back to our timeline. 1877, you get a national railroad strike. Is Eugene V. Debs here?
No.
Nah, he's not even itching his daddy's pants yet. He's still not born. So really, he's gonna be all railroad strikes after that one, right? Okay. Great Railroad Strike. Where's it start? Don't tell me I have to play video. I gotta play that video.
No. Texas. Ohio.
Baltimore. And it had to do with the B&O Railroad, which stands for Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. B&O Railroad.
Wait, I said Ohio. No,
you did.
Oh.
Only in
Starts
Ohio.
Baltimore, which is in Maryland. All right, so Great Railroad Strike. That's the first big one. How do they stop it? Federal troops and an injunction, right? We're going to see the injunction we're going to come back to later. 1886, the Haymarket Riot ends which?
Knights of Labor.
Knights of Labor. Homestead strike. Who's plant?
Eugene.
Carnegie Steel.
Oh, Carnegie.
Is that Carnegie Steel? Frick, in charge of Carnegie Steel. Who is called in to end the strike?
Troops.
Pinkertons.
Pinkertons are called in to end it. Violence, who's blamed?
The labor.
Of course, the unions are blamed. Then in 94, the Pullman strike. How do they end this?
Troops.
Injunction troops. 1901. Why do I say, well, no, I'm going to circle this. Turning point.
This is the first
This is
time.
that
President gets involved.
They didn't go against
Neutral.
I love how you guys didn't say they sided with it, but they didn't sign against it. And TR is going to get this solved. 1936, UAW sit-down strike. What's UAW?
Industrial.
United Auto Workers.
Oh.
They're going to sit down in GM factory, and after 8 days, they will get major concessions. So, big turning point because we're going to see legislation that's been helping them. In 1914, what piece of legislation would make unions legal? Clayton Antitrust Act. All right, 1916. Well, excuse me, gotta get my glasses. What act is passed?
Adamson Act.
Sir, any idea what Addison Act does?
Bro has it all memorized.
It gave them the 8-hour work day, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but only to the ones that were interstate, right?
Yeah, railroads. You're right. Well done. Really well done. That was
Oh, that
good.
was a train one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Train.
All right.
It's in there.
1935. What do I got?
Wagner.
It starts with Wagner, otherwise known as the.
Magna Carta of Labor.
If you're right, NLRA. Right. Wagner. What's Wagner do?
It outlawed the
Honestly, it does so many like good things for labor others.
All right. Recognize. Okay. Recognize labor. This is the backbone of New Deal coalition.
Wagner.
Notice the difference. Democrats and Republicans have a major difference at this point. Democrats are telling people what they can give them. And so this is the Democrat coalition is a whole bunch of people who want to get different things. So you'll have unions, you'll have African Americans, you'll have farmers, etc., all hoping for help here. Great Depression, they need it. All right, 1936, FLSA.
Fair
Federal
Labor
Labor
Standards
Standards
Act.
Fair enough.
That was the minimum wage.
Minimum wage, and I even think more important.
Restricts child labor.
Yes! Child labor.
I said fair. I just said fair.
So these two big ones could possibly be the most important acts for labor. Well, you can't negate this one, can you? All right, next one. I got 1941. 8-8.
1941, 88.
88.
88, 61.
Executive order.
Executive Order
Oh.
8802.
It's desegregated the factories for
Desegregated federal jobs. And why?
the armed.
Oh, Truman.
No.
Because-
No.
No.
That wasn't true.
No.
Look at the year.
41.
Oh, he did this because of the. Yeah, I won't say that.
Randolph.
Honestly, when you say who are the leaders of the civil rights movement, when you say Martin Luther King Jr., A. Philip Randolph should be in the same breath.
Why isn't he in the Civil War?
He, behind the scenes, different time period. But what he's going to work is, God, what's the name of the union? I think I wrote it down. The Porters Union. I just never know the full. Did I write it down?
What? I thought it was the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car.
Yeah, it is. It's the Brotherhood of.
Sleeping Car Porters.
Wow, there it is. Wow, very good, sir. Yeah. So, anyways, he's going to organize them, and he's going to threaten to go on strike right in the middle of the war, crippling. You know how we move our troops back and forth.
Oh, that can't look good.
FDR says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we will not discriminate in federal jobs. All right.
Yeah, threatened.
Yeah, it worked. That's what all strikes are. We threaten you with no labor. All right, next one. Smith Connolly. Notice I have no hints here. Anybody know it?
Smith Colony.
Yeah, why would I put it up here?
It was just another. Did they outlaw the old dog puncher? I don't know. Did they all do that? I don't know.
No strikes.
No strike.
No strikes.
Oh, because it was during war.
There you go. Can seize production if they do. So the Army can actually go in and take over your factory if they go on strike.
Who?
The Army. And last but not least, Taft-Blink Act. You should know. Truman will have his veto overridden. Hartley. This is an anti-union bill. It made closed shops illegal. What is it, closed shop?
Where it's not.
Union only shops.
You will have to belong to the union to join. They make that illegal, and it's overwritten. Now, our unions. I got the Lowell girls. UAW. What are they again?
United Armed
Auto workers. And you got to know for which strike?
The sit down.
So this is the sit-down strike at GM. Almost cripples GM. It was very successful. Gives auto workers tons of power. Teamsters.
They got kicked out of the.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah, a lot of gangster action here. When I grew up, Teamsters, my hometown was home to a major crime family. And so the Teamsters were always involved. John Gotti, if you've ever heard of them. But a Teamster, they're the ones who drive the teams of horses. So these are drivers. That's how they start off. So it's very blue collar. I don't know if you'll see anything. If you have a S8 option for unions after World War II, avoid it like the plague.
All right.
Next one. Knights of Labor. Who leads it?
Samuel Gompers.
No.
Oh, that's
What was his guy? Powderly.
Powderly. Remember, Gompers, you gomp on bread and butter. And what's the bread and butter union?
American
AFL. So the Rainbows and Lollipops Union, the Knights of Labor. What ends the Knights of Labor? Market riot. IWW. What are the people who belong to the International Workers of the World called?
Industrial Workers of the World.
Wobblies.
Wobblies, very radical, will resort to violence. They are never successful, even though they get huge numbers. It's because everybody joins right before a strike and quits right after the strike. So it's really not going to have as much power as they should have. AFL, who leads it?
Samuel Gompers.
You gomp on bread and butter. What the heck am I talking about? Bread and butter.
Real good stuff. The importance.
What are bare essentials?
Working conditions and pay. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
Do I want to fix the world?
No.
That's wonderful. No, give me some more money.
More realistic.
All right, next one. AFL. AFL becomes the AFL-CIO what year?
1955.
55. And actually, they broke up a little bit. AFL-CIO split in 2005, but you don't have to know. CIO, so who do they specialize in?
Congress.
Unskilled. NLU. This is the first union. It's the only reason you gotta know it. Yeah, National Labor Union. It's the first one. I got nothing more for you. They last a decade. They're unsuccessful. They try to strike. It fails. Union's gonna. What about these guys?
Farmers.
And isn't this an organization of farm labor? Right? This is a union? So what's the real name?
The populace.
Patrons of husbandry.
Oh.
Yeah, so what that might get you with that, and not call it the Grange, and call it the Patrons of Husbandry. You just gotta be familiar that that's the same thing. All right, ILGWU, because I didn't want to write it all down.
The International Labor.
Oh no, you were close. International Lady
Legislative.
Ladies Garments Workers Union.
Or lady.
What event?
Shirtwaist.
No.
Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. Boom, 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 boom. Foxy's Army. 1893 Panic. 500 men marched from Ohio to Washington, D.C.
Only in Ohio.
demanding, for the first time, the government provide them jobs. So here's like a precursor to the welfare state. But again,
What?
labor, they're all going to get arrested for walking on the flowers. I'm not kidding you. Any questions on labor?